everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you here. If you have not done so yet, I invite you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, that way you're notified every time that I post, and like this video as well. The month of May is actually dedicated entirely to mental health awareness, and I want to go ahead and honor that on my channel as well and make a video in particular about that. Now, I am going to be doing that using our Jaclyn Hill palette on here as a tribute to Jaclyn, because I feel that if it wasn't for the very first video that I found of her many years ago back in 2013, I may not be here today. I may not have loved makeup as much as I do today. So, of course, I wanted to make this video using this palette for that reason. And if you pay attention to the names, I think that the names in itself are important as well, which is one of the reasons why I decided to use those particular colors in my look. So I'm very happy to be using this. I'm very happy to have it. I'm very happy to be dedicating this to the month of May, mental health awareness, Jaclyn, myself, So today is a very important video, and I'm very excited to be doing this, and I think I've discussed it with some people. Now that we're here, I can finally talk to everybody and just tell you why it's so important. So a lot of you know, but May is the month of mental health awareness. I really do wish to make a video dedicated to that, and specifically just to remind ourselves that it's okay to give ourselves self-love. I'm going to be talking to you guys about some things that I believe are very important, that I feel are necessary to be spoken about, because the longer that people walk around, you know, feeling some type of way and not really speaking on it, then the further that we dive into a hole, you know? So I truly don't wish anybody to ever be stuck in a position or feel where they are lost or where they're alone, because you're not. You're not alone, okay? There is always somebody that you can speak to. There is always somebody who is willing to hear you out and hear your story, because we all have a story, and everybody's story is valuable. Mine is, yours is, the person next to you is. I mean, it's just really that important. So with all of that said, I just want to let you know that for today's video, there's going to be a lot of love, a lot of motivation, a lot of just good energy, because I wish to give that to you. I wish to put that into the world and hope that it becomes contagious and then just continues on. I'm going to go ahead and be doing that, and I'm also going to be doing it while I dive into a palette that I have been wanting for the longest time. And not just the first one, the second one too, and it just came out. Now, if you follow me on Facebook, you may have already seen what I'm about to show you, but if you don't, then let me tell you that today we are playing and diving into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Palette Volume 2. And this is the gorgeous Jaclyn right back there. And let's go ahead and start playing with this. I'm gonna be super honest with you. I have not at all whatsoever swatched these right here. Now, when you first open it up right here, it reads, "To all my loving subscribers who have supported me all these years, this one's for you. XO Jaclyn Hill." Now, if you know Jaclyn and you know her history and you know her story, you know that she's been through a lot. So have we, right? We've all been through a lot. We're all in this world of chaos trying to figure ourselves out. Now, I don't want to say more than I have to. I don't want to dive into the stories and all of that. All I want to say is, let us break that stigma and let us start holding our crowns up for each other, you know? Today, I ask you to help me, help us, help each other hold each other's crowns up. Because in the world that we live in, constantly we're being told what we can do, what we cannot do. And as women, I feel like we need to empower each other. As people, I feel like we need to really stand strong and just support one another. It's important to hold each other up and not attack, and in fact, love one another. Today we wear a little diamond shirt just so that we can go ahead and honor each other and just say, I love you guys, I love you, I love me, I love everybody. So let's go ahead and do this. I did want to go ahead and just very briefly show you the shades that we have here so you can see, and I can begin to explain what my idea is for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up our first brush, and I went ahead and cleaned my brushes right before we got started. I went ahead and I just did this right here, and this is something that I had heard of. There is some fallout right there, but I don't care about that. I care about the color that comes out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that right there, and I have my mirror right here. That's the reason why I'm looking down. And I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it right there. Very nice, no fallout on my face. I'm gonna go ahead and take in a little bit more, and I'm gonna start building on that right there. So I'm just kind of like depositing and stamping here. Right there. And I wanna go ahead and more so concentrate on this little outside portion of my eye right there. Now, I don't want to call myself an expert on anything. I am not. What I am, though, is a person who's had my own fair share of struggles, who's had my own fair share of things in my life that could have very possibly broken me and maybe made me into an uglier person. But my strength, my resilience, my family, my love of life is what keeps me going. And knowing that things get better. So that's something that I try to remind myself, you know, things are gonna get better. We're gonna be past these struggles. Okay, I'm feeling a little bold. So let's go ahead and start diving into like a little bit of the deeper colors. And I wanna take a little bit of a smaller brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the color Positivity. And that's the color sitting right here. Now the way that it's spelled is Positivity, but I'm gonna go with Positivity because that just flows off my tongue much, much better. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick some up, tap some off. Wow. Okay, these colors are applying so beautifully. I am so impressed by the way that they feel. And you know, I've always wondered what Jaclyn Hill meant by it feels like butter. And oh my goodness, they truly do. Like, I have spent some time out of the game buying makeup, guys, so a lot of the palettes that I have are maybe older, or maybe not so much older, but still not feeling as good as this. This is amazing. I really like it. It's a pretty color. I want to go ahead and use the names that are all about self-love, positivity, and all that good stuff, because I want that for ourselves, you know? I want you to start loving yourself if you're not already. And that can mean a lot of things for a lot of different people. It can be as far as taking some time to stop life, put your phone down and read a book. It can be as far as giving yourself time and stepping away from the world and taking a long warm bath. You know, that's self-love. Self-love is not necessarily being selfish. Self-love is just recognizing that it's okay to press pause on our life and then just go ahead and love on ourselves, right? Because it's important to take care of others, but at the end of the day, you must make sure that you're also taken care of, because that's important. You matter, I matter. And in order for us to be able to be there for our people, in order for us to be there for our children, for our parents, for our loved ones, me for Tony, or for my mom and my dad, I need to be okay, right? I need to be whole. I need to be me, like my own individual person. And the way that I'm able to do that is if I continuously check in with myself and say, hey, like I'm doing good, right? Like I feel good, or do I feel good? And if the answer is no, then I need to look within myself and figure out what's going on. Don't get me wrong. I know that I come out here and I show a lot of smiles, and I know that I try to be very positive at least, but I have my moments too. I have my moments where I feel dark too. And that's okay. I'm allowed to feel that, right? I'm a human being. You're a human being. We're okay. There is nothing wrong with that. But as long as you let yourself feel and then you let yourself heal, okay? Again, that's just me thinking out loud. There goes my positivity. The next color that I want to go ahead and use for this look is going to be the one right here on this very corner, and it is called Stay True. And the reason why I'm picking up that color, besides it's being absolutely gorgeous, is the fact that I believe that it's always important for you to stay true. Stay true to who you are. A lot of times in this world, we are very much influenced by those around us. And it's very easy to take a different path besides our own. Always stay true to yourself, to who you are, to what you love, to what you enjoy in life. It like really just applies on there really nicely. Like Ooh, I'm so glad I picked up this shade. This is gorgeous. Because this is more of like a flat end, which I'm using to apply the color. I'm flipping it over to the other side where it's a dual-ended brush, where it has like more of a fluffy. So I'm gonna take that fluffy side and I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending those two colors together. And that side had no color on it at all, so it is entirely clean. It is stunning, y'all. Stunning shade. I love it. The way that I align my shades and my colors is I look at my eyeballs, okay? Now, if I look at my eyeball right here, at the edge of this eyeball is where I ended up putting the color right there, is where I stopped it. So doing the same thing on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this one just a little bit closer, just like that. Just so I know that I'm matching together. And then again, turning onto the other side, I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending, you know. All right, so I have now on this side, these shades Stay True, just the same as I have it on this side right here, and gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and take Empowered on my big fluffy brush right there. Just in case, taking a sheet of paper, taking my little thing here, and I'm just gonna put it right here, just so that, you know, it's not that bad. And I'm gonna take my brush. Wow. That is a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous color. And like, not even on the paper there's very much fallout, but of course, if in case you didn't use something like this or you're not using anything at all, dust it right away so that it doesn't stay on you for very long. But can you see this shade? Let me show you, let me show you. Sorry, I get a little too excited sometimes, guys, but you know, it's who I am. So this color right here is absolutely beautiful. I may just keep you like this for the rest of the look, but this color is absolutely beautiful. Like, I'm so glad that I went ahead and picked this one up. I may need to switch over to like a smaller brush. What are you thinking, Titi? Thank you. Let us do this one. So this one is also a flat brush right here, but it is actually a little bit smaller. Okay, way smaller than this one on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one now, diving back into that same Empowered color right there. And if you don't know, one of my favorite colors, my favorite color is red. And that one's kind of like, gives me like reddish, wineish, like it has like hot pink. It's almost like hot pink and like berry and just beautiful, like beautiful. My paper, just to be safe. And because of how gorgeous it is, I'm gonna bring it a lot closer than I had initially intended. Right here, you see how like the inner portion of my eye. So with the first color, I stopped right here, and this color, I'm bringing it all the way to the this part of my eye. You'll see, you'll see. Gorgeous. And I'm just going to softly do the same right here because we gotta make sure that our colors transition into each other very nicely and almost disruptively, just there on the corner. And then taking the one from before that we had used with that very first color, Love Handles, I'm gonna go ahead and take this and then go off onto the bigger side. Now, I know that I'm being a little bit more descriptive than I normally am, but because I feel like I really need to start doing that for you all, for my videos, you know? So these colors are working together really gorgeously, even though they're very different from among each other. But I know that initially when you first look at it, you may think like, oh, a lot of these are really similar, but until you start playing with them, that's when you really find out. Because Empowered works so well, I'm gonna go ahead and take on that same confidence and dive into the other colors that we have on here that I wanna go ahead and use. Now, continuing on with the glitter, because I absolutely love a glittery look. Of course, if in case that's not your style, there are so many mattes on here for you to choose from, so please, don't be afraid, and if you're ever bold enough, dive into those because they're gorgeous. But because I saw that that color worked really, really well on its own without the need of anything additional, I'm gonna go ahead and take confidence into the rest of the colors and apply apply the same theory. I'm gonna be taking the color Bougie. The color Bougie is located on the second row. Dust some off, and I'm gonna go ahead and once again try to pack that on right there. But this time I'm not using my little paper thing, so just doing this. And that is really pretty. I like how the Empowered shade and the Bougie shade just like fuses really well together, even though there's still different shades. But in order to help it, what I'm also doing is I'm bringing that Bougie shade up closer to the Empowered, just so that I can start blending into each other much better. It takes a lot to be on here, you guys. It really does. I hesitated for a really long time to create my own channel, and a lot of you know that because I've spoken about it before in previous videos. But one of the reasons why it took so long to do that was because of my own fears of judgment, of anything, honestly. And then one day I let go and I started to realize that I don't live my life for others. I live my life for myself. And you know what, I was gonna add more just because I wanted to keep talking, but I don't want to ruin anything, so I'm just gonna not do it. I truly feel that once you start letting go, if in case that's you, of course, once you start letting go of what other people think and you start doing more for yourself and what you think, you will find yourself in a much happier position and in a much happier place. We're gonna go ahead and go into feeling myself, and we're gonna take a clean brush, maybe like this one right here, and we're gonna tap into feeling myself right in there. I'm feeling myself. And then this time I'm gonna actually use this to diffuse a little bit of that outer side, just to add a little bit of more of color. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do that right there. And I'm gonna actually bring it a little bit lower into this part of my eye right here. Sometimes things that I say remind me of songs that other people say remind me of certain songs, so then I start singing it. So if you ever hear me singing like random things, it's because that's just the way my brain works. We're ready to move on to the bottom. And the color that I want to go ahead and take in first is going to be this color right here, No Joke. And I'm going to be using that very bright yellow to start to brighten up the center right here. Tap into No Joke right here. And we're dusting that off. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this right there, so. Just like that. Can you see it? It's pretty. It's a pretty color. Like, look, so cute, right? So this is my tiny little brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and dive into, I think I want to do Therapy Sesh. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive into Therapy Sesh right here and use that color. Now, I absolutely love the fact that Jaclyn, along with a lot of people, talk about having or going to therapy, and I just want to say that that is amazing. And I am not afraid to admit that I have been through therapy myself before as well. And you know what? I walked out a better person. Yes, I did. So I'm just taking that purple right there. This is the color Therapy Sesh, and I'm allowing it to kind of like blend into that yellow right there as well, and taking it all the way back, just like that. And don't be afraid to go low onto your eye, because at the end of the day, you're always able to go back and clean that up with concealer if that's what you wish to do. So have fun with it, bold it out. Of course. Give me a second. I made a mess. I am really liking this so far. What do you guys think? What do y'all think so far? Good place is right here. And I'm choosing this color because I hope that you eventually find a good place for yourself. A good place can be a lot of things for different people, and whatever it means to you, I hope that you're happy there, and I hope that you're enjoying yourself and you're just really loving you, life, and where you're at. So taking good place, and I'm actually going to focus that on the outer edge of my eye here to just deepen it up somewhat. I truly am just keeping it more so on the edge right here. And this shade actually does have like some glitter underneath it. It's not a matte whatsoever, but I'm feeling bold and I'm putting it in the corner. Therapy sessions right there, but then adding good place, it just deepened it up and it helped it so much more. So that is the reason why I'm doing this step right here. Same brush without applying any additional color that I used for therapy sesh, and I'm just gonna blend just like that, and a little bit right here, and ta-da! So I'm gonna go ahead and take the color Certified, which is the very first color that is listed on here right here. And it's not like a white. To me it looks like a maybe like a cream or like an off-white. But let's go ahead and see what we really get. And I'm gonna go really like, what I want it for is this corner right here. Oh, that's really nice. And what I'm liking about it right now is that it was just like the perfect addition to put right here in the middle. Like, can you see that? And it applies like a dream, as all the other shades of course, but it really just brightened up the center of my eye. I love it. So I'm taking it on the opposite side as well. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. I wonder what time it is. My dad's calling. Hello.
Ahora sí, mijita, acabo de acabar apenas.
¿Del trabajo? It's called I'm In It, and it looks like this. Now, at first glance, just looking at it on there before I swatched it, it looked to me to be more of a little bit more of a shimmery version of this one, maybe. But when I actually swatched it on my skin, let that focus somewhat first and then just show you. So this is the color I'm In It, and it is not as bland maybe as it may appear on there, but once you actually swatch it, you can see, like, look at that, it is so pretty, and it has like these like purple undertones under it. Like when you move it, it looks absolutely stunning. I had initially planned to use a highlight and all that, and I had set some stuff aside, but I don't know, I think I want to kind of incorporate this to the rest of my face. Taking that color right there, and I'm using it on a brush this time. Did I wipe my finger off? Yes, before I make a mess. I'm gonna go ahead and just take that right there. Alright, now we're working, now we're doing something, but I think I do want to switch out the brush because it's not working out with that one. So I'm going to take maybe like this one right here, much better. So I went ahead with a little bit of a bigger brush, and I'm just taking that right there, and it just, I don't know if you can see it or if the camera's picking it up the way that it should or the way that I wish it did, but on me, wow, it looks really pretty. And now that it's on there, I think I want to go ahead and pick up that same shade, and we're going to use it on our brow bone as well. So putting that right there. Gorgeous! Very pretty. And I'm just do here. And that's really, really pretty. And I love it. Let me finish up with the rest of my face, finish up my eyes and all that, and then I'll come right back and I'll go ahead and show you the final product, and then we'll say our final words. And we're back. So I finally went ahead and just finished up the rest of my face right now. The next thing that I want to do is, which I have not done yet, is highlight. And the reason why I waited to do the highlight is because I am still like, again, I don't quite know if the camera is picking it up, but the color that is right here in between my eyes and also right here up on the brow bone, for one, is gorgeous. This is the color I'm In It, which is the second one in the very first row right here. I'm gonna use that color today as my highlight. Yes, you heard right, my highlight. So I'm just gonna take this brush, and I've used it before. It's not really a highlighting brush, but you know, you can do what you want with your brushes once you have them, right? As long as they work for that. And I'm really just tapping in here and getting some excess. This is my first time using the palette, you know that already. I don't quite know if this is actually gonna go well, but I am hopeful that it will. And let's dive in. Can you see? So it's not a highlight, okay? Remember that. It's not a highlight. But the fact that it's depositing like this really pretty, because I'm not trying to go for anything like big, wild, bold or anything. And let me bring you a little closer just so you can see better probably. So I'm applying this like this. And the reason why I chose this color, I used to have a highlighter that looked like this, but then I lost it. I don't quite know where I left it. But now I have a little replacement for it. As you know, I love to highlight everywhere. So let's back it up. Okay, so I like to highlight everywhere, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take this and go on the tip of my nose right there, just like that. Cute. There, that way we can, when I turn my face, like you can see a little bit right there on my nose. And I also like putting it on my Cupid's bow, which is right here, but I have gloss, so maybe I'll do it with like my finger, so that way I don't get like gloss on my brush. So I'm just gonna go right here. Let's talk about final thoughts on our Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2. Very different. Now if you're more of a mattes and neutrals, then this is going to be the one that maybe you might want to go ahead and purchase first. But if in case you're feeling a little bit bolder, or you want to try these out, or they're just your cup of tea, then you might be interested in these colors right here, which are of course still some neutrals up there and browns, but of course we're now diving into color, and I absolutely love color. So I have literally dedicated my entire day to this video, and I'm very happy to do it, of course, but it took me some time because a lot of little things came in between, and it is now literally about to be 6 o'clock. Let me cover this right here because I have messages, but it's literally about to be 6 o'clock and I've been doing this all day. So that's okay. I loved it. I had fun. I hope that you enjoy it because I definitely enjoyed it. And I really want to know what you think of this eye. Like, be honest with me. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Was it too much? Again, I'm trying to use color because I don't think I've ever been as bold with an eye as I have with today. And if you like it and if you want to see more colorful looks, let me know in the comments. If you are leaning more towards like your browns and neutrals, mattes and all that, let me know in the comments too. We'll do it all, you know? Why not? Why not have some fun? I am honestly just really looking forward to having some dinner right now. No surprise, I want to say that Tony already came back. I can hear him like washing dishes and all that, and we are going to be eating some shrimp today. I know that I eat that a lot, but honestly I love seafood and I love shrimp, and that's delicious. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that my message came across. I know that I tend to be like, I don't want to say it like negatively, but I know that I tend to be a little bit too positive sometimes, and I've been told that before. I feel that that helps others sometimes, and I know I've been told before. So if in case anything that I could ever do for you, please let me know. As I've said before, and as I'll continuously say, I am your friend. I am here for you. And just in case you're wondering, I'm trying out a new hairstyle today. I like it. I think it's cute. Tony said it was cute, so I like it. That's what matters. Alrighty, so before I walk away, I just want to say that I love you guys so much, and I hope that you all keep coming back to my channel. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe to my channel. That way you can be part of my family. That way you can see my channel grow and be part of it. And if you wish, you can go ahead and hit the notification bell, like my video, and always feel free to comment. Always feel free to let me know what your thoughts are, and then just let me know what it is that you want to see later on. So always feel free, feel welcome to talk to me, whether it be in the comments, message me, Facebook, Snapchat, you know, all that good stuff. Instagram, I'll go ahead and put all that information right here somewhere, and that way we can be friends. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming back. And I'm hungry and I'm gonna go put some food in my belly.